Hi everyone and welcome to today's Speakers for Schools Industry Spotlight Talk. I hope you had a nice morning so far. We're delighted that you're here joining us today and during National Careers Week. I'm Sarah, your host, and you'll be hearing from some of our industry insiders today. An industry insider is someone currently working in industry, living out experiences that come with building a career. We have 45 minutes for the session and we'll have a presentation from our speakers and a time of Q&A as well. So questions for our speakers can be submitted under the Q&A, under the video, in the box there. So you can put them in from now. It's open, so please do let us know your questions, and we'd love to answer them for you today. Any issues at all, please let us know via the same box, and we'll do our best to support you as well. So today we're hearing from some of the team at Boots and No7 Company as they uncover roles and different stages within the company. We'll hear about the variety within Boots, how to prepare for the workplace, and how Boots develop their employees in the world of work. I'm going to pass over to Hayley now to kick things off. Hi, Hayley.
Hi Sarah. Hi everybody. Thank you. My name's Hayley Dennett, and I am the employability manager here at Boots and No7. And I'm joined by my colleague Jim Trussler, who is a recruitment manager here at the support office and manages a team of recruiters that recruit for our support office roles. We're both really delighted to be with you all today. I know there's a lot of you from across the UK for our spotlight talk on careers at Boots. So whether you're interested in retail, healthcare, or maybe some of the support office roles, we've got such a wide range of careers on offer that will allow you to grow and develop. So I'm sure a lot of you are starting to think about what you want to do in the future and might be having conversations with your parents, carers, teachers, or even some of your friends. And deciding on a career and a job, it can be a bit overwhelming and it can be a bit difficult to know where to start, really. So as part of National Careers Week, myself and Jim wanted to provide you with some hints and tips of what to think about. Because obviously we've got a wide variety of careers at Boots. And I think you'll be surprised of what we actually do have available. So, as Sarah said today, what we're going to be doing. So, what are you going to be doing with you today? So, we've got 45 minutes with us. We're going to learn a little bit more about Boots as a company, our history and our care that we show our customers and patients. And we're also going to discover the many teams that work behind the scenes here at the support office to make sure that Boots can be the best it can be. We're going to highlight some career entry roles for you as well that you might want to consider. And then Jim is going to share with you how you could get job ready as well. We're also going to highlight some hints and tips on creating that great CV and preparing for interview, and then leave you with signposting of actually where to look for a job at Boots if that's of interest for you. So hopefully by the end of the session today, you're going to be a little bit more informed about what you could do in the future, or it may even just give you a little bit of an idea of all the exciting opportunities that we have here at Boots. Okay, so what do we know about Boots already? So discover Boots. So Boots is one of the oldest and most trusted brands in the British High Street, and it's been around for over 175 years, providing essential healthcare and beauty products to millions of customers, not only in the UK, but also worldwide. So I'm sure all of you out there have grown up with Boots and have been into either our stores to get advice and help when you're maybe not feeling so well, or it might be getting those holiday essentials, the suntan lotion, or even getting some birthday or Christmas presents. I'm sure you've either shopped online or been in one of our stores. But did you actually know that 175 years ago, Boots actually started out in Nottingham? A family called the Boot family owned a herbalist store in Nottingham. And that family were quite entrepreneurs of the day to make sure that those healthcare, medicines and advice were accessible for everybody, no matter where they lived or their background. And this care and expertise and guidance is at the heart of what we actually do today. So it's all about inspiring and supporting our customers and patients to feel in control of their health and well-being, no matter where they are in life's journey. But it's not always about the care that we offer our sort of customers and patients. Absolutely, it's about that. But it's also about the care that we show all the colleagues that work for us across the company. and the amazing charity work that we also do. I'm going to highlight that in a bit of a short video in a moment. So as a business, that we have actually evolved over all those 175 years by increasing our offer with more products and services, which has actually led us to be the UK's #1 health and beauty retailer, and a brand and a company that everybody trusts. So I've got some fun facts on the screen that are going to appear now. So some fun facts for you. So we have around 51,000 colleagues that work for us across the UK. So that could be in our shops, it could be in the No7 Beauty Company, it could be in our Opticians or our sort of warehousing hubs across the UK. We actually have over 1,800 stores across the UK, and these can range from our big flagship stores that we have, where we house sort of pharmacy, beauty and opticians all under one roof, and it could be like we've got flagship stores in London, Manchester, Glasgow, Cardiff. It could also be our medium-sized health and beauty stores that we have on our retail parks or some of our high streets. And then some of you might have a local pharmacy on the high street of your local town as well. So we really sit at the heart of all the communities across the UK. Right, the next one we've got. The other thing we've got is our online store. So boots.com is our #1 most visited health and beauty website. And then we have 16.9 million active Boots Advantage card members that get access to some amazing offers and deals and things like that. And if you haven't got an Advantage card, I definitely recommend that you get one. We also have about 500 beauty, skin and healthcare brands in our stores. So that's actually amazing. So things like Kylie Jenner, Huda, Fenty, Drunk Elephant, and some of our premium brands like Chanel or something like that. We also work with closely with our support NHS that provide over 180 key services, which range from helping people to stop smoking, travelling, and maybe helping with those COVID jabs as well. We also are part of an international business too. So we have about 11 businesses across the worldwide that we have. So more than you probably thought. So now we're going to show a short corporate video of a little bit more about what we are at Boots.
Changing for the better can be more easily said than done, but at Boots, it's a commitment. Changing for the better can be more easily said than done, but at Boots, it's a commitment we deliver every single day. From the small things like a friendly smile across the counter, to the ways we shape our business, support our people.
Hi everyone, sorry about that. Just making sure we've got the video up and running, and it'll be running very shortly.
Changing for the better can be more easily said than done, but at Boots, it's a commitment we deliver every single day. From the small things like a friendly smile across the counter, to the ways we shape our business, support our people, and protect our planet for the future. Health and well-being have always been the reason why. By developing new services like our online doctor, our partnerships with Macmillan Cancer Support, Irish Cancer Society, and the Hygiene Bank, and providing state-of-the-art optometry on the high street, our commitment to accessible healthcare and beauty hasn't wavered since 1849. That's 100 years before the birth of the NHS, and it still rings true today as our team work right beside them as trusted partners through the pandemic and beyond. We're using the latest technology to serve our customers in convenient and innovative ways, helping them to look and feel their best. But this commitment to changing healthcare is just the beginning. Being inclusive has always been a pillar of our culture, and we're committed to making sure every member of our team feels supported, valued, and treated fairly. To empower the next generation and creating employment opportunities for all, to creating an inclusive shopping experience for all our customers, and empowering our teams to be themselves. We put our people first every single day. We pioneered the weekend by cutting the working week to 5 days without cutting pay. And we take the well-being of our teams just as seriously today, supporting our people when they need us with free independent counselling services, covering the cost of HRT prescriptions, and granting financial support to those who need it most from the Boots Benevolent Fund are just some of our initiatives. Whatever your goals, you'll find everything you need to reach your potential with us. From our accredited customer service training to our dedicated beauty learning platform and ongoing development for our healthcare professionals, our tailored programs will help you learn and grow. Everyone is different, so we believe your rewards should be flexible to suit you, like enhanced parental leave, discounted gym memberships, our retirement savings plan, and free eye tests, to name but a few of the financial, professional, and lifestyle benefits on offer. We've always been passionate about creating happy, healthy communities by making a sustainable difference every day. It's what prompted us to start generating our own electricity back in 1915. And while we've been taking out the recycling for over 90 years, customers can now do it in store too, with everything from empty beauty products to contact lenses. But we realise there's more to do. Reducing and eliminating plastic from our packaging and products, championing sustainable alternatives, and reducing our boot print is an ongoing commitment to keep our business and communities thriving. We've achieved so much since 1849, but do you know what continues to make all of these incredible achievements possible? That continues to be the DNA that binds us and makes us such a unique force for good? The answer is you. Every team member in our stores, every pharmacist, every optician, every warehouse team member, every trainee, every scientist, whatever your role with us, you are an essential part of our incredible company. With you, we constantly reinvent what's possible. With you, we are a people-driven business and in business to do good. With you, we change for the better. Always have, always will.
I think that's a great video that just encapsulates us as a company. So on the next slide, you're going to see there are many teams and functions that make up Boots, and on the screen there is a few of them, not all of them, but some of them. So we just want to give you a little bit of an idea of those sort of wide-ranging teams that we have there to support. So highlighted in blue are on the left-hand side of our screen are our core areas of the business, where the majority of those 51,000 colleagues that we've got working across the UK actually sit. And on the right-hand side are some of the functions and teams that we have at our support office here in Nottingham. So if I start working myself down those particular areas. So pull out retail to start off with. Obviously, like I say, most of you guys will have been in one of our stores to maybe look at some fantastic products. And our colleagues that are actually in those stores are providing that guidance, help and support that you may need. So the roles that we have in our retail space are customer advisors. So that's our entry position, which I'll talk to you a little bit about later. Our store managers, our team managers, and there are also quite a few leadership roles within our retail area. Pharmacy. Pharmacy is a key area. We are a pharmacy-led business. That's where we started out on in our history. So we're the number one for dispensing prescription items in the UK and dispense millions of prescriptions every week to our sort of customers and patients. And in this part of the business, you will find our pharmacists and our pharmacy support and healthcare colleagues offering services that support the NHS and help customers and patients manage their health and well-being. So like I say, we do support the NHS with all their services. So that, like I was saying earlier, could be things like vaccinations, it could be COVID jabs, it could be helping quit smoking and things like that. Our beauty area has evolved immensely since COVID in the last sort of few years. And we have, like I say, 500 beauty, skincare and healthcare brands available. And we also have an amazing team in this space that are creative and inspiring. So the likes of our Boots beauty specialists, our Boots business managers, and our trainers that allow colleagues to be their best that they can be. Opticians, that is not just about having your eye tests or also having your glasses or anything like that. It is actually, oh, sorry about that. You can hear a sound probably over our tannoy. Our opticians, are not just about our eye tests and sort of getting the right glasses and things like that. It's looking and offering advice for general eye care in general. And this part of the business, you'll have our optical consultants and our optometrists too. And then right at the very bottom is our amazing supply chain team. So that team there makes sure that we get the right products at the right time for our customers and our stores. So it could be that you're ordering online on boots.com, our sort of online shop, or you could be going into our store and asking for our customer advisors to help you order some items. This supply chain team will make sure that everything runs smoothly. It's not just about warehouse operatives and drivers in this space as well. We are continually to look about making things smoother and efficient. And on the video that you've just seen, you've probably seen some of our cobots that are helping us in the warehousing space to make sure everything runs efficiently. So there will be roles that will support those looking out into the future to see what we can do for the best. So if I move across over to the right-hand screen there and pick out just a couple, not all of them, a couple of the functions that we have here at the support office. So our marketing team here at Boots looks after marketing campaigns to highlight all the amazing products and campaigns that we run. So that could be TV adverts that you might hear or radio adverts. We sometimes sponsor TV shows and do product placements for the likes of Love Island. I don't know if any of you tune into that. But we also are starting to use influencers and social media, as we know that that's where a lot of people sort of look for hints and tips of where they should be looking for with the next best product and things. Our IT team are all about technology. So obviously, as a huge business like we are, we need to make sure our technology runs smoothly and our colleagues have access to that too. So that could be from laptops and mobile phones to the tills that we have in our shops and our CCTV screens, and maybe some of the iPads that our customer advisors use when they're ordering for customers. So technology is obviously really critical to make sure everything runs smoothly. So we have lots of colleagues that support in this particular space. And then finally, the other area I want to pick out is HR. HR stands for human resources. So it's everything related to people. And that's where myself and Jim sit in our particular roles. So in HR, we have a large recruitment team that attract and recruit for all the roles that we have across our Boots and No7 and Boots Opticians teams. So they will help our candidates move through the application journey that Jim will share with you a little bit later on. We also want to make sure that our colleagues are trained and developed in the best way that they can be. So we do have a training and development team that provide training. That could be face-to-face training. It could be certain programs that people will do, but also it could even be webinars or doing modules and sort of working through modules on a platform, because we know that people learn in different ways. So we want to make sure that there's a great offering there for our colleagues and things. So now we're going to show another video, and this is going to bring to life our support office. So you can have a look and feel of what this would look like. So I'll get Sarah to run the next video.
Everyone's here, right? Marketing, legal, healthcare, logistics, the customer support centres here.
My first impressions when I first joined and I walked through the doors was wow, this place is actually massive. It's like an airport. I feel like there's so many places to like find and explore.
I was just blown away by how friendly, welcoming and kind everybody was.
The energy here is amazing. The atmosphere is, absolutely wonderful.
Whenever I've been to get help or anything, there's always somebody that's willing to help me and take that time to support each other, and I think that just makes it really, really special.
I have to literally go from one end of the building to the other end of the building to meet colleagues and collaborate on work.
We essentially have so many different departments based here. So if you need something from product, you can shimmy upstairs and probably ask a question. I feel like it just makes us feel a bit more connected.
I myself am part of the REACH, Race, Ethnicity and Cultural Heritage BRG Business Resource Group. It's all about diversity and inclusion.
I think what makes the Nottingham Support Office unique is the amount of nature that we've got. So we've got the canal close by, and we've also got like a lot of cute nature walks that we can do around the site.
The amount of facilities for the employees, the on-site gym, the Boots Optician services, which I use and I recommend everyone to use. But also the amount of coffees available from 200 to Starbucks.
My favourite spot around the office has to be New Ways, because they do my favourite lunch, which is the chicken wrap.
We've got a new quiet area zone, which I really like, just to focus on work.
The wellbeing room. It's quiet, it's got lovely soft furnishings, nice dimmed lights and everywhere, and it's a great space to go and just to clear your head.
My favourite spot, there's quite a few areas, but I like Seattle's. It feels more like a loungy kind of area. So I like to have my meetings, there with the different colleagues I work with.
My favourite Boots benefit definitely is a staff shop. We have the staff discount and staff shop, so I always get all the interesting stuff at a very, very good discount.
I mean, who doesn't like a deal?
My favourite Boots benefits is definitely the free eye test and the massive discount on the glasses.
You can choose what benefit is good for you. On a personal level, having the opportunity to buy extra holidays is really important for me.
My highlight, I would say, are my colleagues. I'm incredibly lucky to have just the most fantastic team to work with. We all support each other, have each other's backs and just really look out for each other. So I would say that is my highlight.
Just walking through that doors and seeing the legacy that we've got with Boots, and just knowing that I could be part of that new legacy and that new layer on top of that.
I think it's a great place to learn from so many people, from so many backgrounds, doing so many things to help this big machine that is Boots work well every day.
Thanks, Sarah. So we're going to go to the next sort of few slides. So I think you probably want to find out, well, actually, what can I do and how can I get into Boots and what sort of roles could I start off with? So on the next slide, we're going to show you a couple of roles. I'm only going to pull out a couple of them for you. So our customer advisor role, so that role is all about providing our customers with some great customer service when they come into our store. So it could be that you could be working on our tills and interacting with our customers. You could be working in the back shop, monitoring all the stock that's coming into the store, but you could also making sure that they get out onto the shelves really quickly. But the key bit is actually that interaction that you have with our customers, because like I was saying earlier, people come into the store to make sure that they get that expert advice and that care. So we're really looking for somebody that's sort of really strong on their communications and not too shy about approaching people and things like that. A trainee pharmacy dispenser is a great role and a great career sort of entry role for you. That is all about helping, and you'll learn, obviously, about how to dispense prescriptions and support some of our pharmacy services. Now, with that particular role, because of the area of the business you're going to be in, we do need to give you some dedicated training in relation to that. So you'll be working towards an NVQ2 in pharmacy services, and to make sure that you can do that role in the best way you can. And actually, once you get that qualification, it can springboard you into all different parts of the business, and especially in that pharmacy space. And then the other one I'm going to pull out for you is our customer support advisor. That's actually based in Nottingham. So that is our customer call centre, where our colleagues are interacting with our customers that dial in, either chasing orders or wanting to give some fantastic feedback from some of the customers that they may have had in store as well. So it doesn't matter where you start in Boots, and there are just a couple of those roles on the screen for you. You will always get training and development before you start. It's really important that we want you to be the best you can be, and you have everything in your toolkit to do what you can do that job in the best way possible. So on the next slide, I'm just quickly going to just pull out a couple of things. So a lot of you might be wanting to do some work experience. So we do have face-to-face work experience in our stores. It is definitely down to the discretion of our store managers. So if you are interested, please pop into the local Boots store to see if that's possible. If you do that, the maximum we can do is 2 weeks, and it is unpaid. Another area that you can get a little bit of experience is our virtual work experience program that we also do with Speakers to Schools here. And you'll probably see an advert appearing on their website in the next sort of month or so. And that is a 3-day virtual work experience program where you'll get to meet some more key members of our organisation, and where we'll do a bit of a deep dive into some of those fantastic functions that I was talking to you about earlier. The Spotlight Talks is what we're doing today. I mean, myself and Jim are going to be doing today. So that we have a couple of those spotted throughout the year. And again, check out the Speakers to Schools website for that. But we also run employability initiatives as well. So in the video that you saw, you would have seen that we were partners, charity partners for the King's Trust. So we work very closely with the King's Trust to provide some employability programs like our Get Into programs for Get Into Retail and Warehousing. So that gives you an opportunity to do some 2 weeks work experience along with the support of the King's Trust to get you to understand that particular area. And at the end of those programs, you'll either get an interview for a job or actually maybe even get a job offer as well. So if you're interested in any of those opportunities, we have those throughout the year, and it's best to just check in with your local King's Trust office to see what we've got available. Then on the right-hand side, obviously I touched on those career starting roles I highlighted earlier. Some of you may be wanting and interested in apprenticeships. So we do offer apprenticeships in the company too. These are advertised on our careers website, boots.jobs, and they could be recruited throughout the year. So for example, this year we've been doing apprenticeships for engineering and warehousing, but there could be more to look out for in the coming months ahead. But we also offer about 700 apprenticeships. 700 of our colleagues, are doing apprenticeships as well, as long as their day job as well. So we're always a company that's making sure that our colleagues can develop and be the best that they can be. So lots of opportunity to stretch and grow. And I'm going to hand over to Jim to hopefully give you some hints and tips to how to get job ready. So over to you, Jim.
Hi everyone, thank you Hayley. I hope everyone's doing great. Yes, as Hayley said there, I want to just talk about a few hints and tips and maybe a little bit of guidance on getting work ready. I know it always can be a little bit of a daunting subject, and whether you work at Boots or not in the future, and we hope you do, obviously. I think that the things that we go through today could help you wherever you are looking to find a career. So on the first slide there, you'll see there's a couple of things to think about. The first of which says there to identify skills and interests. So here you're going to want to think and think on your own really, and start to ask yourself some following questions. So what are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What skills do you have? And some of those answers might be things like I like to help others. I like leadership. I'm really passionate about technology. Things like that. That might help you to identify some kind of career areas that you might want to go in. The second point there, you've got to explore some career ideas. So of course we'd love everyone to work at Boots and work in our retail support offices, but we know that's not possible. But you might want to start thinking about the different types of sector you want to work in. So whether it's retail or arts and design, agriculture, architecture, engineering, it's really good one to start thinking about the sector that interests you. Gain experience is absolutely something that is available from most employers. Something that I would absolutely encourage everyone to think about. Sometimes you can do this, as Hayley said, with our stores. You can go to your local store, Boots, and talk with the team there and see if that can get you some work experience. There's also internships, work shadowing, volunteering opportunities. There's lots out there to gain some experience, even if it is for a short period of time to begin with. Network and job search. That's something to think about as well. There's many websites on there. If you go into Google and put job search, many job boards with listings and different vacancies across different companies that you can look at as well. You've got continue to learn. That's a big thing, particularly with a lot that's moving in the technology space now and trends changing. There's lots always to learn. Something that even being in the workplace for a while, it's something that we continue to do here at Boots. And then you've got the bottom one there is getting to the right mindset. It is a mindset, definitely. Finding a job, whether it's your first job or later on in your career, can be tough, can be quite challenging. You've got to find the right opportunity that's right for you, something that you're going to enjoy doing, and something that might need to fit what you do, where you live, fit inside with family commitments that you have. So it can be quite tough. The important thing is to stay motivated and try and look for progress each and every corner, whether that's to reach out to more people, apply for more roles, or practice interview techniques, for example. So on to the next slide. We've got here just a few hints and tips when it comes to a CV. For those that aren't familiar too much with a CV, that is something that has basically your profile, what you are and what you're looking for, all in one piece of paper or document, Word document, PDF document, whatever it is. And it's really important to get this right. Unfortunately, most employers, if not all employers, don't always have the time to spend on reading a CV from top to bottom, whether through time, number of applications. It's just really not possible. So here are a few tips that might help you make yourself stand out. The first point is the structure and formatting. Think about the presentation, make it as easy to read as possible. Often an employer may have only a few seconds to give to your CV or resume. So please do take your time to go through that and look at the structure. Another one is personal details. You're going to need to have your contact information on there. So whether a telephone number or an email address, please do put that on so people can reach out to you. Other experience or work experience that you have relevant to the role that you're applying to is important. If you are just starting off on your job search, which I know a lot of you will be at some point soon, put in relevant skills that you have. You've got a bullet point there on key skills, what you're good at, maybe some qualifications that you have, some volunteer work that you've been doing, some work experience. Put all that in there as well. It is one of the bullet points down there is tailoring your CV. So it's not uncommon to apply for different types of role, particularly when you're starting out on your job search. So please do think about putting the relevant information towards the top of the page when you are applying for roles. And as it says at the bottom there, don't forget to proofread, spell check, go through it, maybe get an opinion from friends or family and let them know your thoughts as well. It's important, the CV, once you're starting out, it can be one of the toughest parts is to put your profile onto a piece of paper, but do spend time on that. And then the next page gives you a little flavor of what an application process may look like. So this is one that is a typical one for most roles here at Boots, whether at our support office or whether in one of our stores. Stage one will be an application. That's where you upload your CV, as we just talked about. You'll answer typically a couple of questions. One of those might be, for example, why would you like to work at Boots? And then some of our roles do require an online assessment as part of your application. So that may be a personality test or a role skills test that you'll need to do. There's very little you can do to prepare for that one, and normally they don't take too long. But with some of our roles, particularly those that have a high volume of applications, we do have an online assessment element to that. And then if successful on application, you're likely to be invited to an interview or maybe an assessment centre. That can be quite daunting to begin with, but it's a chance there for you to meet the people who you might be working with and really bring what you're looking for, what you do to life, and impress the person sat in front of you there. It's also a chance to learn more about the company or the role that you've applied for as well. And then if that goes well, interview goes well, assessment goes well, it could be that you'll get an offer. And with us here at Boots, you'll receive a phone call from a member of the team, and you'll be presented with an offer. So we would like you to join Boots as such and such job title, when you'll be starting, go for any questions you've got, and help you with that next stage, which would be to onboard and get you ready for a start. So we've got actually a okay. And then I'd just like to go on to the next slide if I can, just talk about a little bit about the benefits that we have at Boots, which is this slide. That's it. Yeah, so we have lots of benefits, lots of rewards and benefits at Boots, lots of which you probably won't be thinking about at the moment now. But when it does come to looking for a job, whether it's your first job or later on in your career, there's different things that you're going to want to think about on what is important to you, because different people view things differently, and some things are more important than to some people than others. So we have financial benefits. Of course, if you work for us, you'll be given either an hourly wage or a salary. We have a bonus scheme here at Boots as well that's dependent on the company performance. We have employee discounts, of course, as Haley went through. We have Opticians practices, we can get 50% off glasses, or we have lots and lots of brands within our retail and beauty stores we can get discount on, as well as lots of other things besides as well. And there's many lifestyle benefits. The lifestyle benefits there, you've got a little icon, hopefully you can see there, where it might be buying extra holiday days if you want to spend a little bit more time going away, for example, or if you want restaurant vouchers or cycle to work vouchers, those are available for you as well. We have lots of rewards and benefits, but that's just a little flavor of what you can expect here at Boots, of course, but similar things with other employers as well. And then the next slide I've got here, I think the last slide from me and Haley today is just on how to find us, how to make contact, how to view the jobs that we have live on here at Boots. So if you go to our careers page, which is www.boots.jobs, you can see lots of information about the different types of role, whether it be in store, whether it be at support office functions, you want to work in marketing or HR or IT, or lots of the other places that you can work as well, or in a store, maybe a store local to you. I know there's people on the call from all over the country, so if you're looking to find a career or a vacancy to start off with in a store local to you, you'll be able to do a search, have a little look, put the place where you live, and you'll be able to find that the vacancies and roles closest to you. We're on social media. We've got LinkedIn there, we've got Instagram, where we try and give you a flavor of some of the things that we get up to here at Boots, and there's a Facebook page as well there. That's it for now from myself and Haley. We would like you to thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate the time. Whatever you decide to do in the future, both short-term future and long-term future, we wish you the very, very best. And obviously, we hope you consider Boots as an employer in the future. And now I'll hand back to Sarah.
Thank you so much, Jim. I'm going to keep you on, bring Haley back on as well, just for a couple questions, just before we wrap up. We've got a little bit of time, but thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's been a really, really great time with the videos and everything as well. And yeah, so let's go for a couple questions before we wrap up today from our young people. So one of the questions here, I know we spoke about CVs, and you probably have covered this, but they're asking, is work experience something you think is important to have in your CV?
I would say yes, it's important for sure. Not always possible, particularly if you just started out on your first job, absolutely. But if you do have work experience, even if it's for a week or shadowing or even a couple of days, please do put it on there. If you don't necessarily have work experience, please do think about some of the skills that you have, the things that you're interested in, and maybe put those in bullet points towards the top of your your CV. But yes, on the main work experience is important. So if you can get involved in that, then that would be great.
Awesome. And Hayley, I know you mentioned before when you're speaking about apprenticeships and the different things in Boots. There's a question here: is it competitive to get an apprenticeship with Boots? Oh, did that come through?
Sorry, can you repeat that, Sarah?
Yeah, is it competitive to get an apprenticeship in Boots?
Yeah, it can be. It can, apprenticeships are a really popular option to get into any organisation as well as Boots and things. So we do have a large number of applications and applicants because we're a big brand, really. But the only hint there is some of the things that Jim was saying. Just be the best you can be. Just try and get some experience out there. Have a really good CV, and even the little hints and tips when it comes to interviews. Just like smile, be really positive, ask lots of questions. Interviews are two-way things as well. It's not just about you finding out about the job and things like that, and also the interview asking you questions, but it's about you saying, actually, do I want to work here and things. But yeah, competition is really high for Boots apprentices.
Awesome, thank you. And one more question just before we wrap up. I think this one's quite nice to end on. So someone is asking, why do you think Boots has lasted for so long when other businesses have come and gone?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think it's a lot to do with the care that it has for its colleagues. At the end of the day, you come to work, me and Jim do, and we've got to love what we do. And we've got to love the company that we work for. So I think that Boots has been around because of that sort of care that it has just for its colleagues, but also for its customers and patients. At the end of the day, without any customer and patients, we wouldn't be a business. So offering that great advice and support, and also just checking with customers to see how we're performing and things like that. And, we get ideas all the time from customers as well. So, yeah.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much, Hayley and Jim, for being here this morning and sharing the process of, applying for a job and what it looks like and what you should include in that. So thank you so much. I'm sure you've given some practical tips to our young people. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
So that's all we have time for this morning. Thank you everyone for joining us. A poll will have gone live right now for feedback, so please let us know how you found today and help us better our service for you. But we have more going on this week throughout National Careers Week, so join us again for another talk. Have a look on our website for more talks coming up. And if you didn't get a chance to fill in the feedback now, there'll be an email going out as well with a link. So please do look out for that. But see you again soon for another industry spotlight. Bye.